What's going on? Mitchell Renz here from Chat Sports, and I have a 7-pack of Yankees rumors coming at you. And the first one is around J.A. Happ. And, well, this one's not so much of a rumor. This one's news. And J.A. Happ, he has joined the New York Yankees. Nathan Eovaldi, no sir. Patrick Corbin, swing and a miss. Noah Syndergaard, forget about it. After all the drama, the Yankees go back to J.A. Happ. The New York Yankees have officially brought back Happ, signing the left-hander to a 2-year contract that includes a vesting option for a 3rd year. Financial terms were not disclosed, but according to multiple reports, the deal is worth $34 million. The vesting option for the 2021 season is worth $17 million, according to reports. Happ is 36 years old. I mean, was arguably the Yankees' most reliable pitcher down the stretch. He went 7-0 with a 2.69 ERA after being acquired in July 26 trade with the Toronto Blue Jays, and he won his first 5 games he appeared in for the New York Yankees. The 12-year veteran is 47-21 with a 3.44 ERA and 88 starts over the last 3 seasons. So when you look at Happ, he's going to be able to insert himself right away into this Yankees starting rotation, and the Yankees already added James Paxton there, and Luis Severino, at age only 24, is no doubt the ace. But then Masahiro Tanaka, age 30. I mean, this is one of the older pitching rotations in the MLB, but I think it's one of the more solid ones. And overall, I actually really like the signing. But this show isn't just about me, and I want to know from you. I want you to grade the J.A. Happ signing. He's 36 years old. He was super reliable last season for the New York Yankees, especially down the stretch. I mean, he was 7-0 and 11 games started. That's pretty good if you ask me. So, grade the J.A. Happ signing. They didn't go out and spend a whole bunch of money on a guy like Dallas Keuchel, Patrick Corbin. They got J.A. Happ. They got somebody reliable. So, A, B, C, D, or F, I want to know from you. Grade the J.A. Happ signing. Well, there was one more player added to the New York Yankees, and that's Rex Brothers. And at first, I saw Rex Brothers, and I got nervous that the Yankees went out and got Robin Rex, and that's definitely not what the Yankees want. The Yankees signed the free agent lefty reliever to a minor league deal on Monday, as FanCred first reported. The 31-year-old Brothers will try to make a career comeback in the Yankees bullpen, which will feature Aroldis Chapman, Dellin Betances, Chase Green on its back end, and they continue to look for another piece as David Robertson tests free agency. Insert Rex Brothers. Brothers, whose fastball registers in the high 90s, has spent the bulk of his career in Colorado, where his best season came in 2013 when he had a 1.74 ERA and 19 saves. He was out of baseball for 2016, then returned to the Braves in 2017, and spent the last 2 seasons bouncing between the minors and majors for the Braves. So, when you look at Rex Brothers, he's no doubt has an electric fastball, but control recently has been his issue. And when you look at his career stats, I mean, 301 Ks, but 154 walks and 266 innings pitched. And if it wasn't for that great 2013 year, Rex Brothers makes me a little bit nervous. But when you're looking at the Yankees overall, they added 2 pitchers, which I think they ultimately needed. But how does that impact their World Series odds? And I got them for here right from BetDSI. The Red Sox are still in the lead. They have the highest World Series odds there at plus 500. Then the Astros at plus 600. The Yankees coming in at 3rd at plus 650. The Dodgers at plus 700. And the Cubs at plus 1,200. Out of all those odds, I don't know. The Yankees one is kind of interesting to me. The Red Sox haven't done that much this offseason. The Yankees are, in the mix. And heck, if they can add Machado, I would love to see how these odds change. What's going on? Can I get a hashtag or a Let's Go Yankees in the comments? I love doing these shows. And you guys, I think, are unbelievably interactive with me on YouTube. And I think the Yankees are no doubt, I think, the most popular sports franchise, definitely in the MLB. So I get a lot of interaction, even on Twitter, at MitchellRenz365. So all I want from you is can I get a Let's Go Yankees in the comments. If you guys want to bet on the Yankees all season long, or any MLB game for that matter, there's only one place to do it. It's at BetDSI. You're going to go to chatsports.com/bet. Remember to use that promo code LIVE120 for a 120% deposit bonus. You put down $50, you're going to get $60 for free. Put down $100, get $120 for free. Put down $500 and get $600 for free. Shout out to BetDSI for hooking up Chat Sports with the best promo code on the internet. I wouldn't trade BetDSI for anything, but the Yankees may end up trading this player right here, Miguel Andujar. And I think it's interesting when you look at Andujar, because now that the winter meetings are over, teams are continuing to make deals to try to improve their teams before catchers and pitchers report to spring training in about 2 months. On one level, it's kind of hard to imagine the Yankees wanted to dump Andujar, who finished 2nd in voting for the American League Rookie of the Year award after hitting .297 with 27 home runs, 92 RBIs in 2018. But according to Kenton Rosenthal, several rival executives believe the Yankees want to trade the third baseman. Maybe it's because, according to Fangraph's defensive metric, which includes a positional adjustment, he was the 7th worst defender in the Major League Baseball. And that's kind of alarming. Like, he is a very talented player, there's no doubt. I mean, when you insert Miguel Andujar, there was a lot of rumors in the offseason as whether or not he'd be able to handle the spotlight. I mean, there's no more Derek Jeter there, obviously, but would Andujar be able to handle the spotlight? And I think from the offensive side, there's no doubt. But when you look at the defensive metrics, he definitely struggled a little bit. Now, are they just trying to trade him because they don't want him? No, of course not. I think ultimately he's going to be trade bait. So, and possibly he's trade bait for one of the next 2 players that I'm going to be talking about. So, I want you to react to this. Do you want the Yankees to trade Miguel Andujar? If you're on Facebook, give me a heart for yes or give me a like for no. If you're on YouTube, I want you to just comment below, yes or no. Do you want the Yankees to trade Miguel Andujar? So I said trade bait. Is he potentially trade bait for Manny Machado? According to George A. King of the New York Post, a face-to-face meeting will happen with Manny Machado and the New York Yankees today, Wednesday, December 19th. Machado, a 5-time All-Star, finished in the top 5 in MVP balloting twice. He's won a pair of Gold Glove awards at third base and was awarded the Platinum Glove for the best overall defender in the AL in 2013. Although his shortstop metrics aren't as strong, the stat sample size is much smaller. Any way you slice it, Machado carries both a premium glove and a bat. And I think when you look at that from last year, sure, he batted .317 with the Orioles and batted, much lower for the Dodgers, and he struggled in the postseason. But when you look at his overall career, Manny Machado's been a pretty solid player on a team that's just not very good. And I think you insert Machado in a lineup like the New York Yankees, and he's going to hit a lot better. Perhaps most importantly, though, for Machado, he's on the rise. I mean, he's only 26 years old. He's a 5-tool player. And when you think about if the Yankees want to sign him to a long-term contract, 26 years old, even if they sign him to a 10-year deal, I mean, he's going to be like going through the prime of his career for the next potentially like 7 years. So I like that a lot. But I have the latest odds here from BetDSI on where Manny Machado is ultimately going to play next season. The Phillies are there, number 1, and you have the Yankees and the Dodgers. The Yankees at plus 400. That one might shift. The Marlins up there at plus 1,500. That's because he's just from Miami in general. The Tigers are, we'll say, a submarine type of team. I personally do not believe he's going to go to the Tigers. I don't know why when you're looking at all these other big-name franchises, you're going to go to the Detroit Tigers. Or you can bet on the field at plus 100. But I think the Yankees is a pretty interesting one to at least contemplate. So, I want to know from you. Do you want Manny Machado in pinstripes? I want you to type Y for yes or type N for no. If you're on YouTube, type Y for yes, N for no. Do you want Manny Machado in those pinstripes? If you don't want Manny Machado in pinstripes, I bet I can get you something that you are going to want. That's free cash, and that's thanks to our sponsor, BetDSI. Go to chatsports.com/bet and use that promo code LIVE120 for a 120% deposit bonus. Put down 50, get 60 for free. Put down 100, get 120 for free. Put down 500, get $600 for free. Be a big baller. Go to chatsports.com/bet. Use promo code LIVE120 for a 120% deposit bonus. Next rumor coming up here on the board, Carlos Beltran, the new Yankees advisor. One day before free agent Manny Machado visits the Yankees, Carlos Beltran confirmed on Tuesday that the team has named him as special advisor to general manager Brian Cashman. Beltran, 41 years old, played with the Yankees from 2014 to 2016. He is managed by Dan Lozano, who is also Manny Machado's agent. Awesome. This is what Beltran had to say, though. That is just pure coincidence of the timing of his new role and the Machado negotiations. He also said, I've been discussing this with Cashman for some time now, and on Monday I made the decision to accept the position. My job will have nothing to do with Machado's situation, but I did tell Cashman that I am available to help him whatever is needed, and is also with the recruitment of Machado if that is necessary. So, do I think it's just perfect timing? I don't really know. I think this is, a little bit too good to be true, perhaps. But if Carlos Beltran is perhaps the reason, or is hired because he wants to get Machado, all I'm saying this is maybe you want to reconsider your BetDSI odds. So I already showed you the BetDSI odds for Machado. I'm going to show them to you one more time. Phillies at plus 220. I'm telling you right now, I'm going to BetDSI and I'll put my money on the Yankees at plus 400. I'm reading the tea leaves. They don't want Harper. They're saving up their money for Machado. They're bringing in Beltran, same agent. I'll put my money down on the Yankees at plus 400. But if you want to put your money on the Dodgers, go ahead, maybe if you really want to. You can look at the Marlins, you can look at the Tigers, or you can bet on the field. But as I stated before, I'm putting my money on the Yankees. I see the Beltran, I see Machado meeting with Cashman today. Heck, he's had multiple meetings. Cashman's had multiple meetings with Machado's agent. I'm starting to read the tea leaves, and I think Machado's going to be in pinstripes. So I'm putting my plus 400 on the Yankees. So where will Manny Machado play this season? I've showed you the odds. I've showed you the top dogs. Manny Machado is going to go to a few other places before he ultimately decides where he's going to go. But I want to know from you, where will Manny Machado play this season? Comment below. Player you can potentially look at is Troy Tulowitzki. Nick Conforto of the Boston Globe reports that the Yankees are monitoring the Tulowitzki situation. One AL executive told Conforto that the teams are still waiting to see how well Tulowitzki gets around after heel issues kept him out the entire 2018 season. Blue Jays released Tulowitzki this offseason with $38 million remaining on his contract, so he will likely be looking to sign a minimum contract with his next team. The shortstop's agent said that the Blue Jays were treating him with class by releasing him so he could pursue other opportunities, which seems to indicate Tulowitzki is healthy enough to play. When you talk about Tulo, it's never really been a matter of is he good enough. You could argue Troy Tulowitzki has been one of the best shortstops over the last, 5, 6, 7 years, especially when he first came out. The issue with Troy Tulowitzki has always been his injuries. Troy Tulowitzki, for what it seems like, is always injured, right? Like, he has the talent. He's been able to swing a heavy stick, but then you're just talking about the injuries. Man, they're really starting to rack up. And then when you just look at the injuries over the last 5 seasons, Troy Tulowitzki's injury history over the last 5 seasons, he's missed 71, 34, 31, 96, and 162 games over those last 5 seasons. So, with that being said, Didi Gregorius is dealing with his own injury issues, and they need a reliable shortstop. So, should the Yankees sign Troy Tulowitzki? I want you to type 1 for yes or type 2 for no. If you want to comment yes or no, that's fine too, but I would rather you do type 1 for yes or type 2 for no. Should the Yankees sign Troy Tulowitzki? Next rumor coming up here on the board is around Clint Frazier. So Frazier had a disastrous 2018 season, and the nightmare began in spring training. When Frazier crashed into an outfield wall during Grapefruit League action. He suffered a concussion, and the symptoms lingered throughout the entire year, landing him on the disabled list multiple times. All told, Frazier amassed just 283 plate appearances on the year, mostly for AAA Scranton-Wilkes-Barre. Shout out to Scranton-Wilkes-Barre, that's where I'm from. The good news, however, is that the Red Thunder finally appears healthy. The man said it so himself. Last week he posted a clip of a recent batting session on Instagram, and he looked pretty good doing it. Frazier followed that up with a tweet declaring himself healthy and fully cleared for baseball activities. It still remains to be seen, though, how the Yankees are going to approach Frazier this winter. When he arrives in spring training, what the heck he's ultimately going to be. Is he going to be trade bait? Is he going to be a player that they could insert in the outfield? We know the Yankees outfield is super crowded, and how is Red Thunder going to fit there after, well, not so good last season and a career that I think has been quite lackluster so far. So, I have a question for you. What do you want the Yankees to do with Clint Frazier? Do you want him to keep him, or do you want him to trade? So type K for trade, or type T for, or K, type K for keep, type T for trade. Sorry for making that way more complicated than what it needed to be. Personally, I think the Yankees are going to keep him, and I think they should. When you're looking at a player who has a lot of upside, I don't really see the point of selling him low right now at this point in his career. I'm going to tell you one thing I would trade. I would trade in all my other dress shirts for all the Mizzen+Main shirts in the world. These shirts are comfortable as F. And if you guys want the best Christmas gift, heck, if you want to give away the best Christmas gift this year, go to Mizzen+Main. Go to www.comfortable.af. I'm going away. I'm going back home to Pennsylvania for Christmas break, so I'm not going to be back for another week. So until then, I want everybody to have a Merry Christmas, Happy New Year, and go Yankees.